8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Good evening, Firebirds, and welcome to the Overwatch National Championship Carthage Firebirds versus the New England College Grims. It's going to be an amazing match tonight. I am excited. It's going to be a very action-packed night. We have two games coming at you tonight, double elimination in the group stage. Pending how well we do today, we set up the quarterfinals for tomorrow, which lead to the semifinals, and the day after that, the finals. So Carthage's very last chance at the national championship of this year. I'm your host, Bearded Man, and unfortunately, Tanner is not here with me. We are running a skeleton crew right now. Everybody's enjoying the luxury of their own home, their own bed, but I'm still here, and I'm ready to rock it with you. And I'm so excited for tonight. Once again, Carthage Firebirds versus the New England College Grims on Overwatch. Best of 5 series for tonight. First to 3, technically. Winner goes on to play Howard Community College later tonight, and the loser of this will be playing Concordia, Wisconsin. Once again, double elimination, so the Firebirds have an extra shot if they lose it. So does New England College. First map is going to be control, like always. Then we're going to move to hybrid, escort, hybrid again, control map. And if we do need a tiebreaker, we're going to be going to escort, which hopefully we don't have to do that. For your starting lineup for the Carthage Firebirds, we got Donut, Crazy Mage, Psychopreds, Sam, Nancakes, and Westoff. And I think on our subs, we might see some Lunar Synergy and Hubbub. We might also see for New England College, well, their starting lineup would be Coin, Nilin, Jet, Angel Day, Shadowstorm, and Party with their Inferno as their substitute. I'm excited for a great match. NECG going 3-5 during the regular season, having a map record of 13-17 and 1 single tie. However, New England College Grims was able to get a 3-0 against Marywood, which was the number 2 in their division in the division quarterfinals for them. And unfortunately losing in the semifinals to, I believe, Hood College. Or it was King's College. I lied. So New England College, we might see a lot of upsets. We've seen an upset from them. So honestly, it could be a very close match tonight. I can't say for certain. I'm prepared for either way. Regardless, we're going to be experiencing this together as an adventure. Unfortunately, once again, it's just me. So I'm excited. I hope you are too. We're getting some of the team lineups set, making sure that we have our starting lineup set. So we're going to be having our first game in a few minutes. But I believe that could take however long, So I think what might happen is we're going to take a quick 30, 60 second break before we go to the game, and we'll be back right before that. We are back for map 1 of the Overwatch National Championship group stage. Carthage Firebirds versus the New England College Grims. Firebirds were able to pick their first ban, which was Busan. Solid ban from them. I think it is an awful map. A lot of teams really struggle on that. And NECG was able to pick their first map, which is Lijiang Tower. Now, the Firebirds have had both success and failure on this map, so I'm curious what's going to happen. I think we have the potential. We have seen some issues, but the teams that we've played against and we've had issues with are just really good teams. So I think the Firebirds could easily pull this off, but NECG might have some tricks up their sleeve to kind of catch us off guard. We'll see. But I'm confident. I think so. First map, it looks like we're going to be going to Marketplace. I think right away we're going to be seeing some dueling Symmetra teleporters, which is a very common strategy. Basically, what's going to happen is both teams are going to pull a Symmetra. They're going to teleport basically onto point, and it's going to be one massive fight right away. It gets really chaotic right away. So I think it's a really good sign to figure out who wins that initial fight. The winner of that is probably going to be able to secure point right away, and it's going to be a really, really good tell almost for the rest of the match. I think Symmetra regardless is a very solid pick on this map. But for your Firebird starting lineup, we're going to be seeing Donut on Symmetra, Crazy Mage on Zarya, Psychopreds on Reinhardt, Lunar Synergy on Reaper, Nancakes of course on Baptiste, and Hubbub on Lucio. We do have a pause right now, which may be because of a technical issue, unknown as of right now, but yeah, so it looks like that NECG is having some technical issues right now. They're potentially not being able to pick their heroes, which is an abnormal issue I've never actually experienced. But we will probably be starting very, very soon, hopefully. We just had that player rejoin who was struggling. As of right now, the NECG is picking for their lineup. We're going to have Coin on Reinhardt, Nilan on Diva, Jet on Lucio, Shadowstorm on Mei, and Party on Symmetra. Angel Day was the one having that issues, but it looks like Angel Day is going to be playing Moira. Not much of an issue. I mean, there's a lot of time, about 40 seconds to spare initially, so it's not too much of an issue as long as we pause. Usually people know who they're going to play right away, so I'm really confident for that. But right away now, both teams are going to be rushing in. We're probably going to be seeing those dueling Symmetra turrets. We are going to see that right away. NECG already on point, and we're going to see an attempted Maywall, but the Firebirds are going to be going back in right away. We're going to see the Immortality Field being dropped by Nancakes. Donut just laying down a bunch of damage onto the Grims right now, using that Symmetra weapon. Now, Reinhardt, Psychopreds is going to be picked off right away by Party. Unfortunately, the Firebirds are probably going to have to back up a little bit. That Maywall is going to be really, really scary for the Firebirds. I'm confident we might be able to regain that. Crazy Mage having a ton of charge right now. However, because the Firebirds are going to have to back up, I think Crazy Mage is going to lose a lot of that charge. There we can see 70 charge on Zarya. For those who don't know, as Zarya uses those bubbles on herself and on allies, any damage they receive goes back into Zarya's weapon. So the more damage she blocks, basically, the more damage she can deal. And when she's at full charge, that's a lot. Now we're going to see that amplification matrix coming out by Nancakes, and we're going to see NECG pull out a Reinhardt right now, doing a lot of damage, being able to shatter everybody. NECG was able to block them off once again. 35% on the point right away. Firebirds are being forced to push back. That Maywall is very, very scary right now. And it looks like the Firebirds are going to have to back up once again. 42% on the point. They're going to have to figure out how to take care of those Maywalls. Those Maywalls are very, very scary on this point, especially when you have that Symmetra. Those Symmetra turrets on point are very, very deadly. Now, Donut does have that shield, and Crazy Mage has Graviton Flux, whereas or Graviton Surge, whereas Hubbub has Valkyrie. So the Firebirds have a few ults. Now we're gonna see a Diva Bomb, another dueling Symmetra wall, probably. We're gonna see that wall once again from the Mei. We're gonna see a bunch of things going on in this fight, I think. Psychopreds trying to take care of those turrets. There we go, those dueling Symmetra walls are gonna be causing a lot of issues because you don't know where to point. Now we're gonna see Crazy Mage hopefully using that Graviton right away. But the Diva for the Grims might be able to soak that up. We're going to see that beat drop also from the Grims. A lot of damage being done. We're going to see that Graviton Surge and the Shatter doing a lot of damage to the Grims. And it's almost going to be a team wipe for the Grims. But we're going to see that Diva's back in the Diva mech. And just getting hit around by Psychopath's hammer. They're almost at 95% though. We do hear a tire going out, I think, which was weird. I don't know what I heard. There's no tire, there's no Junkrat. My ears have deceived me, but the Firebirds were able to pull that back. Now, this is bad though, because Grims just have one team fight they need to win, and they'll be able to win the point. Lunar Synergy does have that Death Blossom, which might be really, really good for them. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a teleporter to come out, kind of a duo, but we're gonna see a Shatter right now being blocked by a majority of them. Dono was able to use the Symmetra to take care of Reinhardt, and the Grims are gonna have to back up. They've lost their main tank, so there's not much they can do right now. They have a majority of their team gonna go unblocked if they pushed in, so I think that's a good call on their part. Firebirds are able to push it to 37% on the point and able to hold it. Now the Grims are going to be pushing back in. The Reinhardt has come back in. A lot of damage being done to that Reinhardt. We're going to see the Shadow by Second Bites getting a bunch of people in the process, able to get the May. Here we go. This is the Firebirds we know and love, doing a bunch of damage right now. Lunar Synergy using that Death Blossom, getting 2 people, and then another pick without that Death Blossom, taking care of quite a bit of the Grims right now. I think they were a little bit too cocky almost maybe, and now the Firebirds have come back, so I'm confident. I think 65% right now on the clock. Firebirds need to win maybe 1 or 2 more fights. And unfortunately, they don't have many ults going. They have Valkyrie maybe very soon, but I think the Grims have the ult advantage. Having that Symmetra wall is going to be bad, as well as Coalescence. There goes Coalescence right now, waiting for that Symmetra wall to come out. NECC in the back doing a bunch of healing right now, doing so much healing to the Firebirds, and almost at that Amplification Matrix. We're going to see that Symmetra wall going out, which is going to be very bad. It's going to be blocking any sort of damage the Firebirds are trying, but because of the placement, the Grims can't push in because the Firebirds are just going to walk left and right. We're going to see that Amplification Matrix go out by NECC, and we're going to see a beat drop as well coming from Hubbub. The Firebirds are doing, or not from Hubbub, from Jet. Firebirds are doing a bunch of damage right now. They're going to see Lunar Synergy and Psychobirds getting another kill. Lunar Synergy getting 2, Psychobirds getting 2. The Firebirds have come back, despite being down by 99%, have come back and have done it so beautifully. They committed, they captured the point, they held it, they made sure that the Grims could not do it again, despite many of those fights going Grims using ults and the Firebirds having none. The Firebirds were able to hold their own. Well done by the Firebirds. Grims almost had it though. That was very scary, but hopefully map 2, hopefully the Firebirds don't let them get to 99% right away. I know Li Zhang is a very interesting map, but again, we're going to probably see a very similar comp. Firebirds going to be running Symmetra, Zarya, Reinhardt, Reaper, Baptiste, and Lucio once again. We almost saw Zenyatta there, but I think Hubbub, that group healing with Lucio is going to do great, can be great. Now, the Grims are going to be going a Wrecking Ball, Diva, Zenyatta, Mercy, Mei, and a Pharah. Now, Pharah is going to be bad because the Firebirds having not much hit scan, only having NECC for the hit scan. Now, we do know that NECC is pretty much a DPS when it comes to Baptiste, so I'm not too worried about that. Now, that ball doing a bunch of damage. The Tracer getting picked off by NECC right away, exactly what I was saying. Firebirds already on point, and the Grims have quite a bit of ground to cover. We're going to see that ball try and jump in once again, but the ball is not, he can jump in all you want, but if he's not doing anything else, it's not going to work out for them. He's going to knock them around, but it's just free ult charge for the healers at that point. Now Tracer is in the side of the Firebirds doing a bunch of damage. We're going to see in the back line as well. Hopefully the Symmetra turrets are going to be able to take care of it. Lunar Synergy trying to track her down using as Reaper, while the rest of the Firebirds are holding point against the Grims. The Firebirds have yet to capture point because Donut's getting picked off by Jet, but Lunar Synergy was able to get the refrag on the Zenyatta. We're going to see the minefield being laid down by Coin, and then Reaper once again just going inside and trying to do a bunch of damage. We're going to see the Reinhardt Psychobirds getting picked off, but the Firebirds are going to be down a few people, but we have Lunar Synergy, we have Zarya, we have a bunch of people. We're going to see that Transcendence being popped by Jet, so the Grims have quite a bit of healing right now. Donut is back on point, doing a bunch of damage right now. Psychobirds is in the front line. Right now, the Lunar Synergy is so scary on Reaper, though. Look at this. Amazing. Doing so much damage to that Diva before she even got back in her mech. Not able to do enough to get a kill, but able to do so much that the Diva's forced to back up. And now I get to break. Now I can take a break to drink. Now, Nilin does have the Diva Bomb ready pretty much, and Shadowstorm has that bomb. We're gonna see a barrage from Party as well. Donut having that Symmetra wall is gonna be really good, I think, especially against that barrage. We're gonna see we have a bunch of Firebirds have all their ults pretty much. This next fight, they're gonna have all their ults, especially since Coin nowhere, just all around, not with the team, doing a bunch of damage. We're gonna see that barrage doing a lot of damage, but Hubba was able to use that beat drop to kind of protect him. We're gonna see Diva kind of fall, but not enough. She's able to come back in, do some amazing gymnastics move and jump back into the arena. Donut's gonna set up a teleporter just to get some of our reinforcements back on the point, just in case. Or maybe a swift retreat if we need it. And it's not even much of a retreat. It's more of a tactical backstep, you know? But I think the 60% on the clock right now, or on the control point, it looks like the Grims are gonna be going to the right side of point to do quite a bit of damage to the backline. But we're gonna see Coin once again, just all alone. I don't know why Coin was doing that. That Diva Bomb was kind of up in the air. Psychobird's taking a bunch of damage, but was able to back up. We're gonna see that amazing shatter there, as well as a minefield by Coin, despite being down, able to get 2 picks using that minefield on Crazy Mage and Donut. But we do have Lunar Synergy, who's just gonna do so much damage to Coin. Make sure that, and we're gonna see a Death Blossom here. Amazing Death Blossom, able to get a pick on Jet. They're down one of their healers. Lunar Synergy taking a bunch of damage, using Wraithborn to grant immortality temporarily. Firebirds are at 99%. I think the Firebirds are just gonna kind of trickle in, maybe? They have a lot of time to work with, as well as a few ults. We're gonna see that Graviton Surge maybe from Crazy Mage. Not much healing on point though, unfortunately, because both healers are out of the fight. We're gonna see, exactly, there we go. NECC's able to get a pick on Jet, but the Grims are going to capture point because we had no healers. The Firebirds were not able to hold that, but they have a bunch of ults, and all the Firebirds need to do is win one more fight. Using these ults, we're gonna see a Death Blossom. We're gonna see, okay, my prediction, we're gonna see a Grav, and we're gonna see a Death Blossom. That combo is gonna be key for the Firebirds. Being able to make sure that everybody's in one area. I'm expecting to see it now, especially since that defense matrix was being used. We're gonna see the beat drop by Hubbub right now. We're gonna see, we don't even need that. There we go. I was gonna say, we're gonna use it at some point, getting both tanks right now. We're gonna see that Tracer for the Grims on point, trying to hold their own, but NANCAKE's using the Amp Matrix, doing so much healing right now, making sure that Tracer is not able to do much. Jet trying to run in on Lucio, trying to stall, but the Firebirds are able to take map 1 without much of an issue. Amazing, amazing play by the Firebirds. Amazing to see. Map 1 has gone to the Firebirds. Psychobird's getting the play of the game. Psychobird's was deadly on Reinhardt today. We saw some amazing shatters already. And it's still early. This is only map 1. This was a beautiful play. As you can see, the Reinhardt just moving in, doing so much, just having to hit the entire team in one swing, doing a ton of damage and blocking the Diva Bomb. What an amazing play. That was phenomenal to see for map 1. I love to see that. I think the Firebirds definitely showing their true strength right now, right off the bat against NECG. They've been practicing. All of us have been practicing all week on campus, which is nice because classes are out, so we could, fully dedicate ourselves to nationals. I'm confident in map 2. We'll be back once we're closing to that, probably in about 3 minutes roughly. And we're gonna get to your bands, we're gonna get the map, and it's going to be a hybrid map next. So we'll catch you in a bit.
See your future on the horizon? So do we.
It's really just the greatest college experience I could have asked for.
What really drew me in was having an adventure.
I think something really unique about Carthage is that it constantly pushes you outside of your comfort zone.
At Carthage College, we will push you to dive deep, to channel your curiosity, and excel in your chosen field.
it's been like an individual journey through collaborative effort. And so overall, this has been my college experience, but so many people that I've met have been supportive along the way, and they're all looking out for you. So that's really why it feels like a family.
As you ignite your true potential and start asking the hard questions, you'll find the answers are just the beginning. That's the moment your purpose comes into view.
We are really able to get great one-on-one action with our professors. So you can't hide in your classroom. You're always actively participating.
You'll get recommended for things that you might not have ever been interested in before, and you end up realizing that that might be your passion.
Everyone here is just so nice, so welcoming. It's really easy to make friends here at Carthage. The biggest change was going from student to young business professional.
I love Carthage.
It's definitely the people.
Living on the lake is amazing.
I feel very prepared for my future.
Ended up surpassing my expectations.
Some things you just need to see for yourself. Come take a closer look at Carthage College.
We are back for map 2 of the Overwatch National Championship. Carthage Firebirds versus the New England College Grims. Map 1 on Lijiang Tower. Firebirds held a little bit. It was a little bit rough. Map 1, round 1. Sorry. The Grims were able to go to 99%, but the Firebirds were able to come back and secure it, and then secure it again on round 2, which is funny because Firebirds struggle on Lijiang sometimes. So that shows that it's usually just the team that we're playing up against, maybe. But also maybe we just kind of popped off that match. But map 2 is a hybrid map. The Firebirds were gonna choose to ban Hollywood, and now the Grims chose Blizzard World. Firebirds have seen some success on Blizzard World. Ultimately, my prediction is it's gonna come down to that last area. That last area inside the castle is so difficult to push and is really easy to defend, but also just vice versa. That is usually where you see the end of this match. Now, I could be wrong. We could see a full hold on map 1, but I'm not quite sure. For the Firebirds, no change in the lineup. Now, their composition is gonna change slightly. We're gonna see Donut on Hanzo, Crazy Mage on Zarya, Psychopreds on Ryan, Lunar Synergy on Cassidy, Nancakes on Baptiste, and Hubbub on Zenyatta. Now, Lunar Synergy is just a god when it comes to Cassidy, so I'm not too concerned about that. We did see amazing Reaper play by Lunar Synergy though, so honestly, I think Lunar Synergy is just, we know that Lunar Synergy knows what to do. Now, we are going to see a Bastion being played. We're going to see a Bastion being played on the Grims. We're going to see a Orisa, Sigma, Baptiste, Mercy, Symmetra, and Bastion, which is just such a weird comp. Now, the Bastion, the Firebirds, I think, know how to counter it. Now, especially with Zarya. Zarya is going to be such a good counter to the Bastion because just granting like almost temporary immortality field or immortality, it's just amazing, and it's also going to be just free charge for that Zarya. Now the Firebirds, what they're going to do is kind of go in the back, try and catch them off guard. We have seen just bunker comps that don't work, and when they commit to a Bastion, the moment that Bastion dies, it's going to be very bad for them. So hopefully the Firebirds are able to get that right away. Lunar Synergy getting an early pick on the Symmetra, which is going to be key because now they have less support, less defense, and Lunar Synergy able to take. Now Nankix was picked up by the Bastion, but Lunar Synergy getting one of their healers. They have one healer, and Second Prince is going to run in. They're going to get a Bastion pick right away, and the Grims are going to be down so many people right now. Oh, this is beautiful to see. Once again, Bastion, such a difficult comp to hold because the moment that Bastion dies, it is almost game over. You rely on a character like that so much, and it's just not good. So the Grims probably gonna switch it up. We're gonna see, yeah, Party and Shadowstorm both switching. Party going to a Cassidy, and Shadowstorm going to a Junkrat. Solid duo there. So I think that's a good call. I think they relied too much on the Bastion, but that first point is very difficult to hold. Either it's a solid hold or a you know, kind of struggle there. It's really hard to say, but I'm confident the Firebirds, especially since they have a bunch of ult charge right now. And the Grims don't quite have it, so. We're gonna see that amplification mage just go out by the Grims, which is kind of interesting. They're gonna, I wouldn't say it's a waste, but the Firebirds are just gonna like get out of the way. Like there's a lot of natural cover right there for the Firebirds to utilize, and Coin now having that booster, gonna do a lot of damage, but Hubbub able to get picked up by Party, unfortunately, but we're gonna see Hanzo in the back line. NECC front and center, doing damage, getting the melee kill on Sigma, and the rest of the Firebirds are just back on point. NECC is not a DPS, but she plays it like it, and it is amazing to see, and the Firebirds are gonna continue to push a little bit. Now, Party did stall. Party was on point there. It was contested, and then the Firebirds just turned around and just said, oh, hey, how's it going? And then immediately got rid of Party. So Firebirds able to just push that entire point so beautifully, so wonderfully, and it's going to be a very, very interesting time. Now we're going to see Hubbub getting a pick on one of the Grimm's healers. Psychopred's running in though. That's kind of scary. Now NECC is right there front and center, and we do have Zenyatta able to pop a healing orb on him, so he's got pretty much all the healing he could have gotten, but because he was alone, he was going to soak up all that damage. He did buy a lot of ground for the Firebirds though. Party is going to be on that top area trying to get some picks, but able to just all around doing not enough, and the Firebirds trying to get a shatter there, but not getting anybody really in the process. Now Nilan's going to be using that gravitic flux up in the air, but Zenyatta's going to pop the Transcendence right away, mixed with that Immortality Field. Not overkill, but it's overkill there. But the Firebirds just made sure that now you're not going to be able to kill anybody. Lunar Synergy getting Shadow Storm there, and we're going to see that grab being sucking everybody up into the center. There's just basically a pocket black hole, and the Firebirds are going to continue to push point, and they are so staggered right now. The Grims are so staggered, they're not going to have a full team fight until like the last second. So the Firebirds already pushing them all the way to the front is not going to end well for them. And that Wrecking Ball tries to run in and just not ending well for them. Crazy Mage is just crazy right now having that. Now we're going to see that high noon from Party, and it's not enough. Party only getting NECC in the process, but Lunar Synergy, that was 2 high noons in such a probably 30 seconds there. And the Firebirds with 3 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock, pushing it all the way to the end. That was amazing to see. Now the Grims have to do that and slightly better, which is going to be, they might be able to do it. I'm hoping they're able to do it, but honestly, I think they've struggled in a lot of these areas. Just a lot of the first point, they relied on the Bastion too much. They set up their entire comp around that Bastion, and the Firebirds are experienced against Bastion, having played Bastion and played against Bastion, so they knew exactly how to take care of it, and it really showed on that push. So the moment that Bastion died, well, the moment they picked off the Symmetra was a great choice. And then they focused on the Bastion because now they don't have any way to really move around. They get rid of that Symmetra, that extra DPS, and then bam, they're just not able to do anything because they're down 2 of their DPS and they have like nothing set up. So the Firebirds were flawless there, I think, in my opinion, on that first push. And now on this attack or this defense, I'm confident. I think the Firebirds know exactly what to do on Blizzard World. So starting lineup for the Firebirds going to go Donut on Cassidy, Crazy Mage on Zarya, Psychopred's on Reinhardt, Lunar Synergy on Soldier, NECC on Baptiste once again, and Hubbub on Mercy. Amazing to see. So defend objective A. And I think the Grims running kind of similar, going Coin on Ryan, Nilan on Diva, Jet on Ana, Angel Day on Mercy, Shadowstorm on Reaper, and Party on Soldier. Shadowstorm on Reaper, that might be interesting to see. I think Reaper is a very big issue sometimes, but I think that because we have Donut on Cassidy, I don't think that's going to be much of an issue at all. Because Cassidy is such a good counter. Now NECC is kind of not with the team right now. We're going to see that Reaper on the top of the high ground, trying to push him around. Now NECC's getting a pick on Coin, but Angel Day was able to get the res on the Rhine, so it's back in play. But Cassidy, Donut getting a pick on Angel Day, able to take it up. Tigerbread's falling, but Donut getting another pick on Shadowstorm. The Firebirds are in advantage right now, and we're gonna see Hubbub getting that amazing res on Psychopreds and just gonna knock them around. Oh, that was beautiful to see. Now the Grims were able to get just 1 and almost 2 ticks on that point, just almost 60%. I'd say about 60% of the way there, but wasn't enough, and 2 minutes, 50 seconds left on the clock. The Grims need to, they need to do it again. I think they were very split up. They were able to get some picks, but Hubbub on Mercy getting some clutch revives. It was amazing to see. So I think Firebirds know exactly what to expect from the Grims at this point, because the Grims haven't switched. They have some more of an ult. NECC has an amp matrix, which is going to be key, I think, right here. I'm not quite sure what to expect from the Grims at this point. We might see some success, but I think at this point it just comes down to outplaying because our comps are so similar. We're gonna see that Valkyrie being popped, but we're gonna see Psychopreds using a shatter, knocking down a bunch of people, getting a pick on Jet, but Party was able to do enough damage, and we're gonna see that revive from Angel Day on the Reinhardt. That's gonna be bad for the Firebirds, I think, because they're down one of their main tanks. Now a bunch of ults are gonna be popped by the Grims. Now NECC is gonna be using the Net Matrix, and the Firebirds are just gonna use it. We're gonna see a High Noon and a Visor right now. And the Rhino, oh my gosh, half of the Grims are down. The Reaper is still around, but the Firebirds are scouting it, are knowing what to expect. Amazing, amazing to see. As we can see on the screen, the Firebirds are positioned really, really well right now. I love this strategy. I think the Firebirds know how to hold this point perfectly, and right now it's literally coming down, I think, to just being able to outplay them, out-aim, out-damage them. The comps are very even. One would expect Reaper to be able to do more, but because we have that Cassidy who's staying in the backline, who's trying to protect our backline, it's not going to end well for them. Now Hubbub has Valkyrie. 60 seconds left on the clock. The Grims need to make a push. They're able to secure up to 66%. They have both ticks right now, but the Firebirds doing so much damage. Angel Day just barely surviving, just barely, almost dying there while trying to get the res on Coin. But that was a good choice, because if they weren't able to get the res on Ryan, it was not going to end well for them. But we have Crazy Mage using that grab. We're going to see the Shatter being blocked. We're going to see Shatter. A bunch of ults are going to go out for the Firebirds for the Grims right now. It's going to be bad. I think they're going to use their Grims are going to secure point. I knew it. Okay. They used so many ults right there that was just nearly impossible for the Firebirds to hold. But they have a lot of ground to cover and not much time, and I'm very confident the Firebirds will be able to hold them in this middle point. A lot more cover, a lot more natural cover, just all around a better point to hold. Hard to say though. Hard to say how this goes. Now we see the high ground. Some of the Firebirds are going to be holding the high ground. Shadowstorm trying to teleport in the back line. But Lunar Synergy has that Visor. And ultimately, there we go. We're going to see another amazing shatter from Psychopreds. Psychopreds is scary on Reinhardt. I don't think, I have said it all the time. We have seen so many amazing shatters from Psychopreds and amazing blocks to shatters. Like, it's honestly, there's not much you can do. Now, one would expect, okay, there is one thing you can do, and Shadowstorm did read that situation really well. Going as Sombra. Sombra being able to hack anybody, disabling their abilities for a limited time. Being able to hack that Ryan is going to be very good for the Grims. Now, we're going to see Crazy Mage getting slept by Jet right now. Jet's about to have their Nano. We're going to see a bunch of ults here, I think, from the Grims. We're going to see the Nano Ryan right now. Psychopred's taking a lot of damage, but able to get healed back up. We're going to see Shadowstorm trying to get some picks, but we're going to see Donut on Cassidy having that flashbang, being able to stun the Sombra if they try to come close. It's not going to end well for Shadowstorm, I don't think. Amazing plays there. Shadowstorm just barely surviving once again. We're gonna see a shatter, but being able to being picked off right as that shatter hits. is not going to be good for the Grims. Now the Lunar Synergy has Visor, but not able to do anything. The Firebirds are getting picked off, but we have a bunch of ults right now, and now's the time for the Firebirds to use it. There's some ground for them to cover, but they need to use it right now because it is right at the end. The Firebirds 3 meters to 1 meter, and the Grims were able to hold it. That was unfortunate. However, like I said at the beginning, this next area is very, very difficult. The Firebirds have been able to hold a lot more time in this next position, so I'm confident we're gonna see some amazing plays, amazing hold from the Firebirds right here. Donut has that high noon as well, too. Amazing, amazing play. We're gonna see the Visor popped out for the Grims, but we're gonna see a counter one. And also, once again, Crazy Mage, or Psychopred's using that Shatter is crazy. Amazing to see. Now Dylan is caught inside that area being DMAC. The Firebirds are probably gonna stagger. This is exactly what I'd expect them to do. They know how to stagger well, and there we go. A stagger is when you kind of force somebody to stay alive when they're the last alive, because the later they die, the longer it's gonna be for the other team to have full numbers because of that respawn time. So that was, I think, really key for them. But right now we're seeing the Grims just pushing in. Once again, we're gonna see an amazing Shatter being blocked by Psychopreds, and then a counter grab right now from the Firebirds. And once again, NECC's just doing so much damage as Baptiste. Oh my gosh. It's as if we have 3 DPS right here now. Amazing to see. We're gonna see that hack though, but because Crazy Mage has like full energy right now, but no, the Firebirds losing so many numbers right now because of that hack. This is it. The Firebirds need to do stuff like right now. They're gonna have like no time though. So this is this is scary to see. Now it's not the end of the world though if the Grims are able to hold it. Now we see Donut trying to stall quite a bit as Tracer in the back line getting a bunch of picks, and Lunar Synergy using the Visor. Oh my gosh, how the turntables have turned. Oh my gosh, that was an amazing last play, but we're gonna see the Tracer once again getting a pick on the Sombra, and the Firebirds are going to hold map 2. Victory. Amazing. Wow. What a map. What a map. That, the Grims almost had it, but those last key plays, especially at the very end. Lunar Synergy, I think this might be the one at the end, getting that last minute play. Here we go. We're gonna see the game-changing play by Lunar Synergy using the Amplification Matrix, assisted by NECC, doing so much damage, getting 3. Will he? He's only able to get 3, but the rest of the team was able to get picked off. Now Angel Day doing 14,000 healing for the Grims, 27% of the damage the Grims took. Angel Day was able to heal, but it wasn't enough. The Firebirds were able to out damage the Grims and able to secure map 2 with not much of an issue. Because ultimately it doesn't matter how far they push the objective. If they're not able to push it to the end, it is not able to go into extra rounds, and the Firebirds were going to win it. Now the Firebirds are going to ban Rialto, but we're going to be back in about 2 minutes while the Grims decide to pick on their next map. We're going to go into map 3, which is Escort, the match point for the Firebirds in the group series of today. We'll catch you in a bit. We are back for map 3 of the first match of the night. Firebirds against New England College Grims, the NECC Overwatch National Championship, the group series. Based on how well we do, we determine our placements for tomorrow in the quarterfinals. Map 1 and 2 going off beautifully for the Firebirds, able to secure both of those. Grims holding their own though, but the Firebirds were able just to get those extra plays in to just, gain the upper hand. A few shout outs. Shout out to Flair, who's in chat. He is my co-host, amazing co-host. I miss you so much. Wish you were sitting right next to me now. And Crazy Mage says to shout out Savage Cabbage and Wreck-It Ralph. So Crazy Mage being an amazing tank, as we've seen, as well as Psychopreds. The tank duo is just unmatched. I love seeing those two play together. It is just all around an amazing play there. I'm excited to see. Now, the Firebirds, we're going to ban Rialto, and then obviously, as I'm sure you can see, the Grims choosing Junkertown. Now, Junkertown's an interesting map. I think the Firebirds have only played on it once before. We've practiced on it numerous times, but we've only actually played it in a competition once. So it's a very interesting map. We might see a few interesting picks from both teams because that first area it's open air. There's not much cover there outside of the buildings. I'm curious what we're going to see from here. Now we're going to see for the Firebirds starting lineup, once again, same people, but they're going to be choosing different. Donut's going to be going Farah. Crazy Mage Psychopreds once again doing Ryan Zarya, which has been working out beautifully as we've seen. Now Lunar Synergy is going to be going Ashe. We have not seen much Ashe from Lunar Synergy. We have seen some, but it's definitely not one of his mains. Now, of course, also Nancakes and Hubbub on Baptiste and Mercy, one of the greatest support duos I have ever seen, and I am very biased when I say that, but I don't care. Amazing to see, and the Grims can be going pretty much the same comp as last time, going Ryan, Diva, Ana, Mercy, Junkrat, and Cassidy. Now, Cassidy's going to be the biggest threat to our Farah, but Donut has definitely been able to take care of a few hit scans in the past, so I'm confident we're going to see that. Now, Psychopred's going off right away, very, very strong in the process, doing a bunch of damage, trying to gain a lot of ground, trying to push in do a lot of damage to Coin through the shield, and it's just ultimately going to be a lot of charge, too, for a Crazy Mage on Zarya. Now, Coin's going to get picked off right away. Will we see Party was able to get a pick on Donut, and we're going to see a res as well, which is an interesting pick. I think the Farah might not work out here because Party is a very good DPS, is able to hit those shots, and that is exactly what you don't want when you're playing Farah, because a hit scan doesn't have any sort of travel time. So the moment you click on Farah, Farah is going to take damage, and that is the key with hit scan. And the Firebirds, we don't have much of an issue with that, but Donut might need to rethink a Farah. Now, obviously, as I say that, though, we're going to see Donut do so much damage as Farah and not have much of an issue, because it wouldn't be an Overwatch stream without me being wrong half the time. So we're going to see a nice stagger once again from Nilin, from the Firebirds, buying a bunch of time, and the Grims not able to push in with full power. They're going to be down one of their main tanks, and the Firebirds are just going to push it right to point. They're not, the Grims aren't even going to try to hold it there. Which, that's an interesting, I think, an interesting strategy. Either you hold it and you lose a bunch of people, or you don't. But we're going to see Shadowstorm playing Widowmaker. And that's, Widowmaker's an interesting person. Having like no health, having 125 health, and being really good at getting headshots. But if you can't hit your shots, especially against the Pharah, it's literally useless. That's the whole point of Widow. A lot of pros, you could be like, if you're amazing at FPSs in general and have the best aim, you're gonna do great as Widow. But if you can't aim your shots, if you can't get headshots, it's almost a waste. So I wouldn't, and we're gonna, yeah, there we go. Shadowstorm was hearing me apparently and immediately switched off a Widow, which I actually think is a solid point. Now Shadowstorm, we have seen some success. Shadowstorm was able to play Sombra and cause a lot of issues for the Firebirds. We're gonna see a shatter right there from Coin being nanoed as well, but the Firebirds able to just do so much, making sure that that was not gonna work out for them in their favor. Nilan is gonna focus them. Now we're gonna see Party using that high noon, able to get 2 picks, but the Firebirds are still there. They're still pushing, despite being down so many people. From that high noon, the Firebirds were able to push it and get a kill. Lunar Synergy being stunned by Party, but able to get the pick. Oh my gosh, that was amazing to see. Lunar Synergy was probably screaming right there. Amazing, amazing to see. I am so excited to see what we have in store for this next push. We're gonna see a Nilan play that Diva Bomb. It was a very, I don't know if that was a good aim. I think it was just too high to do much damage, but we did have Firebirds using that shield, doing a lot of that protection against it, which is ultimately gonna be very bad for them. Now Firebirds taking a bunch of damage, being very aggressive there, but able to take a lot of healing from NANCakes and Hubbub. 2 amazing healers there. We're gonna see Party in the side room, not with the rest of their team, and once again just being picked off by the rest of the Firebirds. Nilan is gonna be on a lot of, not much health, but was forced to go back to the spawn. We're gonna see Shadowstorm switch to Echo, which honestly I think is a good call. Echo is phenomenal, especially with that beam. That beam being able to do so much damage when the target is at half health, but it might not work out. Now we're gonna see a nano as well from the Reinhardt. But a counter Bob. Bob is gonna do quite a bit of work. That nano Rhine is going to force the Firebirds to back up a little bit, but not get any real picks. The Bob might have been I don't know how to really rate that timing. It wasn't ideal, but it did allow us to kind of back up and not get picked off. So Crazy Mage or Hubbub doing so much damage to the rest of the Firebirds. Party is on the side, almost at Visor though, and we're gonna see Angel Day having that Valkyrie, which is gonna do a lot of extra healing. Phenomenal to see. I refuse to say amazing. I refuse to say amazing now because I'm being called out. But we're gonna see Coin use that shatter, and it did not work out for them because the Firebirds were just like, yeah, no, I don't want this anymore. The Diva Bomb only getting pick on Crazy Mage, and Angel Day getting a res on Ryan, but Hubbub getting the res on the Psychopreds. They're back from the dead and able to do a Ryan versus Ryan, and Psychopreds was able to win. Phenomenal job by the Firebirds right there. 2 minutes 50 seconds left on the clock. They're able to push it quite a bit, but the Firebirds do have a lot of ground they need to recover, and I think the Grims might be able to hold them really well here. They have the spawn advantage. They have more cover. Now the Firebirds though are just gonna go around them, and now it's become the Firebirds who are gonna be defending, and then the Grims having the defense, or having the attack, and Nilan just barely surviving there against Donut. If Donut had one more shot in his clip, I think it would have worked out for Donut, but it wasn't there. The Firebirds once again getting picked off. I think Crazy Mage accidentally blew himself up there, using that right click, which is kind of a grenade almost, from Zarya's beam weapon. 2 minutes left on the clock. The Firebirds have several ults to use, but so do the Grims. And Coin having that shatter, I think Grims only hit like 1 or 2 shatters this match. I hope we're gonna see some extra plays here. NANCakes does have that Amp Matrix almost there, and we know that it's just gonna work out for them. That's gonna buy them some time, but will it buy them enough? We are gonna see that soldier in the top left who's gonna have the shatter. Coin hitting that shatter right there, knocking the Firebirds around, as well as another ult, Shadow Storm. Amazing choice switching to the Echo. How dare you? I got called out for saying it again. NECC baiting out. Oh, I thought that was their regular Rhine. But Echo was able to use that shatter. Echo using their ult. Echo's ultimate is amazing because you can just get so many ults and not have to worry about them. So phenomenal play from them. Firebirds are going to be pushing them once again, just doing a lot of damage because Grims used a bunch of their ults in that last fight, hence why they were able to do it. Now Donut's going to be using High Noon, but the Echo's on the side, doing a lot of damage, but not enough. And Donut is going to be there. We're going to see the bomb being popped by Lunar Synergy. We're going to see Donut getting a pick on Shadow Storm. We're going to see Crazy Mage having that grab soon. We're going to see that nano by the Grims onto Coin. Crazy Mage surviving, but being backed up into a corner. Another shatter from Coin. This is not looking good for the Firebirds, but we still have the attack for the Grims. So 20 seconds left. It's not looking good for the Firebirds right now. The Firebirds going to have to make some amazing plays. They have their ultimates, so they have, I think at this point, the Firebirds are going to use all their ultimates. Now, the Grims do have the high ground. It's over because they have the high ground, or is it? We're going to see the grab there. We're going to see a visor as well from them. NECC's trying to go to the back line. Then we're going to see an amazing shatter from Psychoprise. NECC's once again just doing so much damage to Coin, but not enough. And the overtime clock starts, and I think the Firebirds have lost it. That is the end. The Firebirds were able to push it just to the end. But Nilan getting 3 kills right there with that Diva Bomb. Amazing ult play from the Grims there. But the Firebirds have to defend now. And if the Grims aren't able to push it all the way to the end pretty much, the Grims don't win. So the Firebirds just need to double down on their attack, their aggression. Not so much their aggression, because you need to have that even balance. But if the Firebirds hold them, they win. They move on, and they play Howard Community College. But if the Grims win, they move on to a next map, and the Firebirds get to pick the map. So it comes down to what you think, because ultimately losing one map isn't bad, because ultimately what matters is winning, because we don't care about like individual stats at this point. We care about winning. I mean, obviously we would love to go 3-0. But it's hard to say. I'm confident in the Firebirds for this defense because I think the biggest thing that the Grims did well was their ultimates. They always were using these amazing ults, getting so many amazing, like almost team wipes. Some of them were team wipes, some of them were just 1 or 2 kills. But when you use them so beautifully, it works out. Now, Shadow Storm's playing Widow. Didn't work out for Shadow Storm. Party's playing Bastion. Remember what we said about Bastion, but they are literally moving their comp all around this Bastion. Going double shield is they're gonna be setting up a pirate ship on the cart, having that Bastion on cart. Now Arista's gonna halt them off of the high ground, and the Firebirds are gonna have to back up. But I don't know how this is gonna. This will be interesting. Party is holding their own as Bastion on the high ground, on the cart. The Firebirds are forced to back up, but they don't have any real shields up right now. They're able to put them up, but then they just get destroyed. And there goes Party. Psychopred's able to get a pick on Party. We're getting the revive though on the Bastion, but they're just gonna kind of focus on the Bastion again. Lunar Synergy having that high ground, able to get that long range pick on Party once again, and Psychopred's getting a pick on Coin. Wow. That was a great hold from the Firebirds despite the Bastion. That is what I always say. When you commit to a Bastion, you cannot fully commit to a Bastion. That's exactly what they did. Everybody was on cart. And what happens is when everybody's in a group like that, you just aim and unload all the damage you can do. And ultimately it destroys the shields. And then it leaves the Bastion completely open for attack. And then we have our amazing DPS like Donut, NECC, and Lunar Synergy. And they just take care of the Bastion. So we're gonna see a Bob here from Lunar Synergy, which is gonna cause a lot of issues. Now we're gonna see the Bastion ult, but he's not able to do much. He's forced to take cover. There he's able to get a pick on the Bob though, which is great. Donut getting picked off by Shadowstorm, and Lunar Synergy getting picked off by the Shadowstorm again. Shadowstorm hitting those shots as Widowmaker. Complete opposite of what we saw last time. But this first point is awful because there's like no cover right here. So, this is always interesting to see, but hard to say. It is hard to say what's gonna happen next. We're gonna see the Grimm's able to hold them fully on this point. Donut has Visor though. Firebirds have a few of their ults. Now we are gonna see Crazy or Psychopred switch to the Roadhog, and we have seen a lot of success from the Roadhog in the past. So I'm confident. I think this might be it. 4 minutes on the clock, and the Firebirds have so much more cover to work with now. So I don't think a Bastion is. The Grim switched off the Bastion, which is a great call there. And we're gonna see an amazing Visor right here from Donut. Just amazing play there. See, when they have cover, the Firebirds dominate. That first point is always awful, but ultimately, again, it doesn't. As long as the Firebirds hold them and stop the Grims from pushing the cart all the way to the end, it's not gonna end well. So I'm confident. I think the Firebirds able to immediately detect that they're gonna go the high ground. The Grims are gonna be switching a little bit, switching off the Orisa into a Rhine. We've seen Coin have some success with Rhine. So we're gonna see a Visor though with the Amp Matrix, which is just gonna melt the Grims right now. It's gonna absolutely melt them, getting 3 picks from Donut, and then Psychopred is just gonna mop up the rest of the Grims. Take care of that Sigma. 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock. That is a whole minute down, and the Firebirds only used 2 ults there. And we know that NECC can just build those ults right away. Coin getting picked off early by Lunar Synergy, which is gonna be very bad for the Grims because they're gonna have to wait. I believe it's about 10 seconds before. Now, we're gonna see Shadowstorm go to Genji and then get picked off by NECC because again, NECC is just amazing support. You're not going to be able to take care of NECC when she's there, when she's playing that amazing Baptiste. Now, Nilan thought that they could fly over there, but it wasn't enough, and we're going to see the amazing hook comboed with the Crazy Mage Boulder, and it's just going to do so much damage right there. Now, Coin is going to get revived by Angel Day. Angel Day has had some amazing clutch revives, I think. But it wasn't enough. Where are we gonna see any sort of real plays? We're gonna see the healers in the back line. Psychopred is just gonna kind of walk up, you know, gonna kind of miss their shots. But we're gonna see a D.Va versus the Psychopreds doing a lot of damage there, but it wasn't enough. Kind of catching them off guard though. I think Nilan thought they were safe. Thought that the Roadhog couldn't do anything. We're gonna see a solo up though from Psychopreds, knocking their Rhine around. We're gonna see the Shadowstorm switching to a Reaper. Crazy Mage trying to disrupt their revive using the Boulder. Crazy Psychopreds missing some of that though, missing that heal, missing the cover, and the rest of the Grims were able to do a lot of damage. Now we're gonna see an ult here though, a revive from Hubbub trying to get Psychopreds back in the play, and that's exactly what happened. Party was able to get 1 single pick using that High Noon, but it wasn't enough, and they're gonna just stagger this D.Va, I think. Yeah, there we go. She went flying. 50 seconds left on the clock. The Firebirds are gonna stagger Party. Oh, this is not good. The Grims have 1 push, and what's funny is they're pushing right now, but they don't have everybody there. They are down their DPS. They are down a lot of people, so it's not a good play from them. Now, there's not much they can do though because the timer is ticking down. We do have the Bob ready though at our disposal, and I think Lunar Synergy is gonna wait until the last second. We're gonna also see the whole hog gonna probably be popped very soon, and they have a shatter. The Grims have a shatter. The Grims have a Diva bomb. Now there goes the Reinhardt though, and there goes the Diva or the Raper, and Party is taking a bunch of damage. We're not gonna see much. We're gonna see a Diva go in the backline for the Grims, gonna try and catch him off guard. We're gonna see Coin switch to a Diva or switch to a Wrecking Ball to kind of stall. Amazing shield by Crazy Mage. Doing so much right now. Nilin is taking a lot of damage. The Firebirds are gonna hold it really well. We're gonna see a last minute Reaper try and teleport in, or Wraith form in basically, and Psychopredge just aims and clicks, and there's another amazing hook on the Party, and the Firebirds take map 3, Junkertown, despite having not much experience on Junkertown, being able to just play amazingly there, hold Grims, especially after getting that first point. Now we're gonna see Coin get the play of the game for the Grims. Coin was doing some amazing plays for the Firebirds, or for the Grims, and we're gonna, yeah, there we go. They held that area really well because of their ult usage. Their ult usage was so much of a threat to the Firebirds. Every single time they tried to push, they were able to use a bunch of ult. Now Coin blocking 36.6 thousand damage using that Rhine shield. Amazing to see. Phenomenal play there. So that concludes our first match of the day. Now we'll be back later at 8 p.m. Central Time against Howard Community College. I'm excited for that. That's gonna be a very great game to watch. That's gonna be scary. Now Howard Community College was able to beat Concordia, Wisconsin, but so were the Firebirds. So it's anybody's game at that point. Winner of that match will move on to the quarterfinals. Unfortunately, New England College Grims are going to be playing Concordia, Wisconsin, and the loser of that match is eliminated from the championship series, unfortunately. But we'll be back later tonight at 8 p.m. for game 2. I'm excited, so I will catch you I'll catch you later.